Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I go by the Blue Light Oracle, and so today I'm going to be doing a reading for you. What kind of message or motivational message to keep you going to the end of the year? I just wanted some kind of good news, peppy, something exciting. So this will be a message from your spirit guides. That is my intention for today. So we're going to do as usual 4 piles. So we'll get the piles selected. And I'm using the crystal cards as usual. Okay. So we've got pile 1. This one wants to come out as well. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the piles. You have pile 1, you have Onyx. This has the message of seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, and self-mastery. Okay. For pile number 2, you have Rhodochrosite with service, contentment, healing emotional wounds, renewal of passion. For pile 3, you have Hematite with self-healing, grounding, right opportunities, and justice. Okay, and for pile number 4, you've got air, communication, imagination, independent, and witty. Okay, so feel free to take some time with the cards, see which one calls out to you. What I'll be doing is I'll be doing the shuffling process next, but this is really in regards to what message your guides want to bring through in regards to helping motivate, showing you some kind of gift or sign or whatever's coming up in the next couple of months before the end of the year, I want to say. But this is timeless, so it can be for longer. Whatever pile calls to you, the information or timestamps will be in the description below. You can pick as many piles that call out to you. There's no rules. And also, I will be doing a shuffling process next, so I will let you choose. Hello everyone, welcome to the shuffling portion of the video. So we're going to have one from each pile. There's only one tarot deck in this one today. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 1. 2. 4. Okay. It's nice to sit here, have your energy while we shuffle. I know I can be quiet during these sometimes. I'm really focusing on ensuring that the right cards come out for the right pile. But it's also just a time to relax. I'm actually listening to, you can't hear it because I make sure that the sound's off, but I am listening to some relaxation music and it's mostly water for today. Water and birds chirping. What kind of motivational message do we have? Definitely 2. Okay. Like near the end of the year, everyone is starting to unwind, relax. Sometimes we need just like a little pick me up to get us there, or remind us that look, we're close to the end of the year. It's time to enjoy what we've done, enjoy our holidays, enjoy spending time with friends and family. I also have done a reading same day actually. This one will be released a little later, but today's the 22nd of the 11th, in regards to public holidays that are coming up. So if you are interested in that, you can see my last video. That one kind of came out and then was like, nope. Okay, these two want to come out. Okay, so feel free to go below and click on your timestamp. Otherwise, I'll get these all prepared and we'll get into your reading. Hello, part number 1. So today you have chosen the Onyx. Just a reminder, the message on here is seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, self-mastery. This is a cool color, like the very dark color. Also, Onyx, well, for whatever reason, is just a very cool sounding word, right? Or just me, I don't know. Okay, so, like cheese for some reason. This is the frankincense. Interesting, because I actually cleared the space today with frankincense. So this has the message, find what works for you. I did, frankincense. Balm for the body, tonic for the mind, and salve for the spirit. Okay. You also have you've got Diana with focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. Very interesting with this card here talking about find what works for you. This is think about what you desire. Similar kind of aspects, different cards, different decks, but very similar kind of thinking, just to put in different words. Okay, so, again, this is talking about set your sights high. This is the Eagle card. See from a higher perspective. See everything that's happening around you. Take note of things that are happening. You also have the Breathe card. I'm going to read this to you as well. The breath is a vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Interesting with this, take some time, breathe, look at everything. Seeing the future is also very interesting here because I just feel like it's visualize where you want to be in the future. This is your motivation, is to start really doing the groundwork. Look around you. What do you want to change? What do you want? Let's have a look at all the cards before I get too far into it. You also have Blue Tara with Preservation. I overcome all obstacles. Nice. I feel like some obstacles are starting to be broken. Very nice. And we also have the Ten of Earth, or the Ten of Pentacles, as it would be known normally, or generally, with Jophiel, which is an angel of beauty. So we have financial security for yourself and your family, inheritance or retirement, peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions, pride in family tree, passing on knowledge. So what is the motivational message that's coming through for you today, pile number 1? What I do see is to get you to start looking at your surroundings, knowing that walls or obstacles are either being removed from your hard work, from what you've put in is starting to show, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. Things in the future are looking bright. Ten of Pentacles is all about financial security, but it's also about spending time with family. We're coming up to holidays as well. There is no rush. I do want to say that. Focused intention and seeing the eagle seeing from a higher perspective. Focused is exactly what an eagle is. They have very sharp vision. They need that. And so with Diana coming out, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. It's kind of like whatever you wish for, wherever you see yourself in the future, whatever you need to do, keep working on that. Self-mastery is like working on yourself, working on your inner self. So maybe that's some of the blocks that are going to be removed. But it's definitely going to be like freeing for you, and not just within you, but also what you work on within you will radiate outwards with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel it's going to show in your physical world. Whatever you desire or whatever you're really working on, you still have to obviously put in the work, but if you can visualize yourself somewhere or in a particular position at a work, in a relationship, whatever that may be, I feel like with this card coming out, it's saying, look, you're going to get there, and it's easier to get there if you can see yourself already there. It'll give you the end point, and then the journey will be whatever you set for yourself, so you can also visualize that. And your guides really are here to support you in this. I feel like some of you, there's ancestors here too, past ancestors that are here to help break down these walls, break down obstacles, whether that's something within you or some kind of situation around you. I also want to say, I do want to quickly just read what's on this card. It says, inhale deeply, live and love the same way. Very interesting. Live and love the same way. So it's almost like exactly with seeing the future, Diana and the eagle. It's like whatever you see in the future is also start living like that you are now. It's really putting it out there in the universe and then seeing a clear goal. So what do I see your guides motivating you in? They really want you to take some time. There's no rush. But just know that great financial or great physical, emotional, internal blocks are going to be removed, and blessings are going to come towards you throughout. Not just that by the end of the year, but just moving forward, it's just going to keep building on top of each other. This is how I can see it. High perspective. See all that's around you and what you like, what you don't like, and start visualize seeing those being removed or that being added, whatever that is, because we have to clear the way within us first, either our physical space or our internal space, before we can put more stuff in, right? And that's what your guides are really coming through and saying today, is that one, things are going to get better anyway, but if you really want to get the best, they're kind of motivating you to start really visualizing your future. But I do see things starting to move down. You're starting to get really into your power, into your emotional strength, your mental strength, your physical strength. All of that, some of that, whatever resonates for you, for sure. But great things are coming. And I do feel like for you, pile number one, I feel like my pile number one readings are always quite quick. However, most of the time, they just feel there's a clear message. It's like, cut to the chase. You say this, and then it's done. That's always how it feels with you, pile number one. But it's always great. Great changes, great blessings. Enjoy your holidays, of course. With whatever you do, stay safe. But that's what I see in your cards today, pile number one. So thank you very much for being here. Looks like it's a great blessing. Great changes are coming through. And maybe they are very small within you, but they're going to unlock whatever that is. That's going to bring a whole lot of future blessings, huge blessings, just by some little tweaks in your life. So if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hi, pile number two. So today you have chosen Rhodochrosite with service, contentment, healing emotional wounds, renewal of passion. Very interesting one. For some reason, service is really standing out, and that usually talks to me about working your light, working the way that you want to see the world, living it, walking the walk, talking the talk kind of feeling. Okay, so let's have a look what this is because I can't remember. So we have the dandelion leaf and root tea with practice acceptance. Practice acceptance. Also has a message with its sunny yellow flowers and wish granting puffball seeds. Dandelion is a symbol of hope. It also has dance among the wildflowers. Very nice. You have the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Right. Like you're being rewarded for what you've done. The work you've put in. You have the stargazer. Set your sights higher. Don't limit yourself. Lots of like purple, like space kind of feeling with these two cards. You have the vulnerability card. This has the message of this is confirmation that you are seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory, where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Yeah, opening yourself up. Service to self, maybe that's what this is coming through with. You have St. Bridget's Well with compassion, I give freely. This is a really sweet image. I know my camera doesn't pick up everything on the pictures here depicted, but there's like lots of like little insects, butterflies, there's a squirrel in her hair. We've got rabbits all around. Okay, and we also have the Nine of Air with the message of, this is also the Nine of Swords in a standard tarot deck with the message of unfounded fear, expecting the worst, thus creating self-fulfilled prophecies, allowing worry to get out of proportion to the situation, sleepless nights, refocusing your thoughts, refocusing for sure. It's okay to set your sights higher. Hope for the best. Know that you are seen as a very kind, loving person. Especially with the vulnerability, you can open yourself up. That's not a weakness, feeling vulnerable. It's because you're actually taking the work. You're actually getting out of the situation where it's all about fear and you feel vulnerable, but you're not actually opening yourself up. It's like a feeling, is what I want to say. This is obviously just for some of you. Like there's a feeling within saying you don't deserve what you're getting or something like that. It's like your inner saboteur, I want to say. But I do feel like whatever you're going through at the moment, some of you are in maybe particularly challenging positions or difficult things going on at the moment, we've got divine intervention. Just know that you are being guided at this time. This is a message, one, from your guides as well, but it's also, I feel like it's more than just your guides who have this kind of plan or whatever you are doing at the moment or going through. You're being guided by whatever you want to believe, whether that's guardian angels or the angelic realm, whatever you want to say, like your idea of God or the universe. You're being guided at the moment. Things are progressing for a reason, so you might feel wide open going through unknown territory, which is causing this kind of like fear, but just know that you are being guided right now towards happiness. I want to say this motivation is all about, we see the work that you've done, we see what you've gone through this year. It's up to you, of course, to continue moving forward in whatever way that you feel is calling to you and that's true to your heart. But just know that you have a lot of support around you. You may not see your guides or angels or past loved ones, but they are there. Keep that hope up. Don't limit yourself with how you believe or what you deserve, I want to say. Let me reword that. Don't limit yourself by putting up barriers or thinking you don't deserve it or anything like that, because you do deserve a happy life, and that is exactly what this card's saying. Happiness is your purpose. You are working towards happiness. It's not even taking risks, I want to say, but set your sights high. It's like you have a huge amount of abilities and skills and emotional strength to continue moving forward. So why not aim for the best possible outcome instead of just an okay outcome? Because the contentment coming here is just saying, it's almost like setting yourself to contentment is almost a negative, even though I see contentment as very positive. But it's like, you know what, I just want to be just okay. Set it higher, because your purpose is for happiness. It's actually to be happy. And I do feel like you'll be moving out of this vulnerable state. You'll be moving out of this kind of self-fulfilled fear, or it says unfounded, but I do feel like there is, for some of you, it is founded. There is a basis of that. But how long that continues is up to you. You don't have to feel like that anymore. You can start looking towards the future with like new eyes. I feel like this year will be done and dusted at the end of the year for sure. And then new possibilities open up. So your motivation really from your guides is just saying, look, the end result is happiness. How you get there and how long it takes to get there is up to you, but we're here to guide you through this process and help you get there as cleanly, smoothly, and in the most helpful way for you to process what's happened throughout the year. And that is exactly what I see for you today in the cards, pile number 2. So thank you very much for being here. If you enjoyed the reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Hello, pile number 3. So today you have chosen Hematite with the messages of self-healing, grounding, right opportunities, and justice. Alright, so let's see what your motivation, your guides are coming through with today. So you've got the gibbous waning moon with the message of slow down. Picture, and the message on the card says, I am the moon and the moon is me. Also there's a note of let that which no longer serves you fade away with the waning moon. Healing. Releasing. Okay. You also have the 4 of fire, which is also the 4 of pentacles. Not 4 of pentacles. 4 of wands with Jophiel. This is so much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your life. Nice. You have Horus with Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Right. I feel like with the self-healing and the moon coming out, it's interesting. I'll get to what I see. We'll have a look at all the cards first. You've got summer, bask in the joy and light. And here in the southern hemisphere, we are in summer. You have caregiver with the message, we are with you, and spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you received care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. Very nice. Right, and we also have the goddess Copacabana with rebirth. I am reborn. Yeah, changes are for sure happening in your future, or that's coming up. Shedding old ways, shedding old skin. It's like The future is going to have some great new, joyful, happy, light messages. So celebrate it, enjoy it. I feel like the next couple of months, enjoy the small victories. Look after yourself though as well. Take some time to either ground. We've got self-heal there. I feel like that's important. Taking care of yourself. This was talking about releasing negativity or releasing karmic kind of baggage, if you want to say. We have rebirth, and we also have Horus coming through with your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, miraculous changes are occurring. It's like whatever you are manifesting or whatever you are desiring, let's say, it's starting to, the gears are starting to turn, is what I want to say. So your motivation is keep up the hope. Keep caring about these other people, of course, but also make sure you take some time to look after yourself. There's going to be some changes coming up, and these aren't changes in negativity. It makes me feel like how a snake sheds its skin, so it's because it's growing. You're growing, you're changing in a good way. We've got bask in joy and light. Enjoy the holidays is what I want to say as well. It's like there's going to be lots of time to celebrate. Make sure you're actually taking some time to celebrate. You're not just looking after everyone else. You can do this and have this. There's other people that can help as well, hopefully, but I really want to just reiterate that you're being asked to make sure that you take some care of yourself to celebrate. Enjoy everything that's happened this year. Look back and just go, wow, look how far I've come this year. There's been so many changes, and I've put in a lot of work, so appreciate yourself as well. I feel like that's for sure something that you can do. Also, right opportunities is coming up with Cosmic Gateway and this rebirth. So I feel like some new opportunities will come up. Whatever you've been wanting or desiring or looking towards with Horus, it's like that door is going to be open. That gateway is going to be open. Or something similar that will help build to where you want to be. So like, for example, if you work in an office or anything like that, obviously, and you're looking towards going to, like, let's say CEO or something like that, the gateway is not going to be open straight away to the CEO, right? But maybe there's going to be something that will help start building that first run on the ladder, the second run, wherever you are. That's just an example. It could be also in regards to relationships, could be friendships, could be own personal mental health, physical health, or spiritual kind of growth. There's going to be a lot of changes, so just note your motivation is really enjoy yourself. You're a good person. You look after people, you help people, and now you're starting to work on yourself. This is actually a great thing because you can do both. You don't want to burn out, but enjoy the festivities that are coming up. Just know that you're changing and growing. It might not be just an overnight kind of thing. When you look back over the year, you can see how far you've come. And do what is right for you also, and do what is right for the people around you, and that will bring kind of a prosperous and happy future or 2023 coming up. So very quick message today, pile number 3. It's like, what was the motivation? It's like things are changing regardless, and opportunities are coming up, new things. But for now, make sure you look after yourself, take some time for you, heal what needs to be healed. Change is occurring. Great things are coming through. This is a really positive, happy, nice message for you, pile number 3. And this is exactly what I see in your reading today. So thank you very much for being here. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe so you don't miss a video. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Hi, pile number 4. So very interesting today. You have chosen air for the messages of communication, imagination, independent, and witty. It's just interesting because there's only 4 elements in this deck. So they don't come out too much unless I'm purposely going through and picking out the elements to pick piles. So we'll take a look at your cards today. Here's the image. Can't remember which one this is. I'll have a look. So this is Dharma's wheel with the message, meditate more often. It has the message of this symbol represents the perfection of Dharma, teaching of the Buddha. It's also got some writing here, and I'll have a quick look at that. This says, spiritual transformation is your destiny. Spiritual transformation is your destiny. Very interesting. Okay. You also have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. This is automatically just making me think of the holiday read that I did, the last Pickacard. So if you haven't watched that, feel free to go check out that as well, because that did come up with a lot of family situations. Because White Eagle generally doesn't come out a lot. The only reason why I see him is if it's some kind of family pattern that is being broken, or being worked on, or being identified. See what the rest of the cards come out with. Very interesting, it's very kind of similar. We've got Shaman with trust in higher forces. Okay, so you've got find your center. So I'll read this. Your outside world is a reflection and manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you. When this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Very interesting. Very interesting, because we have the Dharma wheel here as well, talking about meditate more often. So really understand Shaman. Also, for some reason, even though this one isn't saying anything about that, it just makes me think of healing. And then we've got Ancestor Spirit talking about healing a pattern or family wound. And we're coming up to holidays, so we're going to be hanging around more family and friends and those kind of situations. Okay, so we've got Goddess of the Sea, Storm. Through the storm, my inner sea is calm. Okay. You have there's one of air, but it's also known as the Ace of Swords, with brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith and that everything will work out. Communicate clearly and consciously, remain objective. Yeah, clear communication. Say what you need to say, especially. You've got air with communication. Know that you're being guided, but you're looked after with whatever you need to say. Some of you, I feel like some of the holidays coming up, or people that you might hang around with or be related to, let's say, might be a bit of a challenge, might be rocky. But if the outside is rocky, you can only really control, if there's nothing you can do, you can only really control how you respond, how you react, how you are. Find your center, take some time out for yourself. Trust that whatever happens on the outside really is something that you can't control. You can only control how you respond. That doesn't mean to say don't communicate your thoughts. Make sure you do speak up for yourself if something's inappropriate or someone's doing something that you don't like. Say what you need to say. Stand up for yourself. Say what you need to say. I feel like for some of you, pile number 4, you are those people that do say what you say. We're like, I always do. But I do feel like don't let their bad behavior trigger some kind of negative or untrue to your true self response from you, because it might be something that's happened in the past. You also have the 7 of Earth or 7 of Pentacles with the message, seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future, the need for patience, a time to rest, and planning for the future, unnecessary worry. Yeah, I feel like whatever's happening coming up, your kind of motivation is just to know that You're going to get what you want in the future. You've worked towards it. You've worked hard. You will have to work with or deal with some family, that kind of thing. Take some time, like difficult situations. Maybe this isn't family, maybe this is in your current life, work. Maybe this is internal as well, internal storm. Even though it's talking about, it feels external here. So for some of you, it may be internal. It's trying to take some time to meditate, calm, relax. I feel like this is a very spiritual kind of journey, but it doesn't have to be. For some of you, it'll be what's happening around you. But stand up for yourself. Say what you want to say. Speak your truth, so that at least you feel like you've said what you needed to say. You don't leave thinking, damn, I wish I said this or that. Say what you really feel, but just make sure it's not something that's in response to old negative patterns, I want to say. So sometimes, for example, when I go back to see my family or anything like that, they're not specifically trying to trigger anything. It's just something will be said, and it'll just remind me of all sorts of different things that happened when I was a kid or growing up or anything like that, and I might respond in a similar sense. But that's not true to me. It's just a reaction that I've kind of got. I kind of try to mirror, let's say, mirror the responses or the kind of banter or whatever it is, whether it's positive or negative. If it's just banter, it's absolutely fine. But I'm like, oh, I don't usually act like that. Why am I doing that now? It's just identifying that. It doesn't have to be big. It can be just some small. But white eagle doesn't come out if it's just something small. This is a family wound or pattern that can be healed. Finding your center, coming through with the meditate more often. Maybe it's even connecting with ancestors and your and higher beings, so your guides. But just know that they are there to watch over what's happening and everything that's going on at the moment. It's very interesting. We've got they're obviously not the same, but very kind of similar cultures, I guess. To me, they both look Native American. I grew up in New Zealand, so I don't know too much about Native American culture. But I do feel like that these two coming through, it's like very ancestral. It's it's either a pattern that's gone on for many, many moons, many generations, not a like healthy pattern or whatever that may be. We're coming up to a season where you'll be catching up with a lot of family and friends. So the point of that was just to say, just acknowledge that, certain things, you can't control what's going to be said to you or anything like that. Just ground yourself as much as you can. Find your kind of safe, peaceful place within, and that'll help you navigate everything else that's going to happen around you, because that's not something you can control. But when you need to speak up, make sure you communicate clearly and honestly, true to you. There's nothing to worry about with all this. I feel like that's the main thing. There's no worry here. It's more of just insight. This is guidance. This is supposed to be a motivational. So just know that with whatever happens, maybe some of the stuff won't happen. Maybe you'll be so chill with it all happening that you're like, whatever, I'm doing my thing. I'm here to celebrate, have fun, catch up with like grandparents, whatever that may be. Whatever other drama's going on, I'm not going to get too involved with it. If I need to say something, I will. Otherwise, I'll let that happen, and I'm just going to, tend to my kind of like family, tend to the things that I enjoy. And that is exactly what I see in your cards today. So feel free to write down a comment below if you have any questions. And if you enjoyed the video, also give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Take care.